What's up guys, welcome back. We're back in the kitchen today for another classic side dish. I'll be showing you my recipe for fried cabbage. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell and enable notifications as well. Alright guys, this recipe is quick and easy and absolutely packed with flavor. First things first, you need a head of cabbage and a machete so that you can cut your cabbage up like so. Just kidding guys, you know I'm going to show you how to break this cabbage down. First thing you need to do is cut it in half like you see me doing right here. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp for this. Then we're going to cut it into quarters and then remove the core. The core is pretty fibrous and it doesn't really render down and get as tender as the rest of the cabbage, so I like to remove it. No right or wrong way to do this. I like to stand the cabbage up and just slice it off like so. And then we're going to chop up our cabbage. Now, the thickness of your cabbage is really a matter of personal preference, so you can slice it up as thin or as thick as you like. I like mine about medium thickness, about like so. You just want to repeat that process until you've chopped up all the cabbages you plan to use. For this recipe, you're going to need one whole head of cabbage, but you can always make a half portion and put the rest of the cabbage in the fridge and make coleslaw or whatever you plan to do with it. As always guys, specific measurements and ingredients can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. There we go, getting a little aggressive with the knife now. Beautiful knife from dowstrong.com. I believe it's sold out, you guys always ask. Once it's back in stock, I'll definitely let you guys know. Next, we're gonna dice up one small yellow onion and about 4 or 5 pieces of thick cut bacon. If you're not into pork, you can leave the bacon out or use beef bacon in place of it. You can also get crazy and add some sausage to this. I like to use andouille sausage sometimes, but today we're not using sausage. Just a little bacon for this recipe to add some smokiness and some more flavor. I like to get in there with my hands and make sure they're all broken up so that way those pieces don't stick together while we're trying to cook them. We want nice and crispy pieces of bacon in there. You can use more or less bacon as well if you want. Today I'm using a wok, but you can use a frying pan as well for this, or a cast iron skillet. I just got a new wok, so I'm trying to show it off a little bit. Isn't she pretty? Alright, so we're going to cook this bacon over medium heat, allow it to render all of its fat out that we're going to use to flavor the rest of the dish. And once the bacon gets nice and crispy, we're going to take our slotted spoon and remove the bacon until later. Try not to eat all of it like I usually do. Then we're going in with one onion into that bacon fat, and nothing smells better than onion frying in bacon grease. We're going to cook that for 2 to 3 minutes over medium heat until the onion begins to get tender. The only thing that smells better than bacon and onion in bacon grease is bacon, onion, and garlic in bacon grease. And we're about to add a tablespoon of garlic paste. You can use fresh garlic or minced garlic as well. Then you just want to mix to combine all those ingredients. You want to add the garlic after the onion because garlic has a tendency to burn, so you want to add it a little bit later. Going in with about a teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon roasted chicken base. You could use chicken, veggie, whatever you like. Just want to add a little bit more flavor to this dish. There is a lot of sodium in that product though, so go light with it. You can always season it a little bit more down the road, but once it's in there, you can't take it out. Next, we're going to add in our cabbage and just fold all those ingredients together until that cabbage is nicely coated in the bacon and onion mixture. Again, still working over medium heat here. Now we're going to start to season this up, going in with a little bit of cayenne pepper. Also going in with some smoked paprika. A little Worcestershire sauce, about a teaspoon or 2. A half a packet of Sazon. Then we're going in with some onion powder, some garlic powder, and a little black pepper. I add the salt towards the end because again, that Better Than Bouillon chicken base has quite a bit of salt in it, so I always like to add the salt towards the end just to make sure it doesn't get too salty. Plus bacon has a lot of salt in it as well. So we're just going to toss this around, let it cook, kind of stir fry it right now. Say it with me guys, looking good. Going in with a tablespoon of butter because why the hell not. We're going to cover it with the lid and allow it to steam for a bit until that cabbage starts to get tender like so. This recipe really comes together pretty quick, guys. About 15 to 20 minutes total cook time, depending on how big you chop your cabbage up. Once the cabbage starts to get tender, we're gonna add that bacon back into the party. Oh man, your house is gonna be smelling amazing right now. Fried cabbage is one of my favorite side dishes. Let me know in the comments what you think. We're gonna add in about a teaspoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar, depending on your preference. And then we're also going in with 2 pinches of white sugar, just to balance everything out. At this point, you probably want to taste again just to make sure you have the seasoning right. You can always adjust the seasoning to your preference. Remember, guys, you can always add more later, but once it's in there, you can't take it out. Looking good. Towards the end, I like to increase the heat a bit. That way we really get a nice fry on our cabbage. See, we're starting to get a nice color on the cabbage. That's exactly what I'm looking for right there. Remember, guys, always taste as you go and adjust the seasoning to your preference. You can serve this up with a delicious fried pork chop or some chicken. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Let me know in the comments what you would pair this cabbage with. I like mine with a good fried pork chop. That's what I had with this one. Time for a taste test, moment of truth. Piping hot, definitely gonna burn my mouth. Oh man, that's good. That's about as close to a dance as you're gonna get from me. Gotta go in for a second bite. And that, my friends, is my fried cabbage recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.